Hello friends, now we are going to discuss about the electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry which deals with the study of interfacial exchange of electricity and matter. Electricity is one of the most essential requirement of modern life, and electrochemistry is a branch of science which studies the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy and electrical energy into chemical energy. It has wide applications to most practical surface phenomenon. Electrochemistry is the basis for scientific underlying such as batteries, fuel cell, and other useful charge storage devices. Now we are going to discuss about the electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell which converts chemical energy into electrical energy and electrical energy into chemical energy are called electrochemical cell. The cell consists of two electrodes immersed in suitable electrolyte. The classification of electrochemical cell is based on their work. It is divided into two types. One is electrolytic cell, other one is galvanic cell. Electrolytic cell is a electrochemical cell which convert electrical energy into a chemical energy, whereas galvanic cell is a electrochemical cell which converts chemical energy into a electrical energy. The types of this galvanic cell is divided into three types, that is chemical cell, concentration cell and fuel cell. Now we are going to discuss about the galvanic cell. Galvanic cell consists of two electrodes immersed in suitable electrolyte. The reaction occurs at two electrodes in such cells tends to be proceeds spontaneously and produces electricity. The requirement of galvanic cell are: a suitable redox reaction is carried out in two separate half cells. The substance which loses the electron and one which accepts the electron should not be directly in contact with each other. The electron transfer must take place through external circuit. Here, in order to explain the galvanic cell, I have taken this diagram as an example, where it consists of two beakers, in which one beaker containing zinc sulfate solution, other beaker containing copper sulfate solution. In zinc sulfate solution, zinc electrode is dipped. In copper sulfate solution, copper electrode is dipped. And both the electrode are in contact with external circuit. And the two solutions are connected by means of salt bridge. A salt bridge is U-shaped tube containing solution of KCl, that is potassium chloride, potassium nitrate, ammonium nitrate, potassium sulfate, etc., or solidified solution of an electrolyte in agar-agar, algae and gelatin. The salt bridge is such that it does not react chemically with the electrolyte. That means salt must be neutral with these two chemicals. Here zinc will act as anode and copper will act as cathode, because zinc having the lower reduction potential as compared to copper. Look at in this electrochemical series. In the electrochemical series, zinc will comes at first, then copper will comes. That means zinc having the lower reduction potential as compared to copper. That means zinc will easily undergo oxidation and copper will easily undergo reduction. Because of that, zinc will act as an anode which is undergoing the oxidation, and copper will act as a cathode which is undergoing the reduction. When reaction will take place at that time, zinc anode is undergoing the oxidation and it is going to give rise to Zn plus 2 ions. These Zn plus 2 ions will be released into the zinc sulfate solution, and 2 electrons are released, and these 2 electrons are circulated in open external circuit. Then they will reaches to cathode. At the cathode, copper is dipped in copper sulfate solution where copper ions are available there. These copper ions will accept these electron from cathode, that is copper electrode, and they will undergo reduction and they are going to give rise to copper. In this way, the reaction is taking place. So that here electricity is produced due to the oxidation and reduction reactions. The role of salt bridge here, it will complete the circuit to maintain electrical neutrality of the solution of the both half cell. It is salt bridge is used. It will prevent the mixing of both cell. If the both cell will mix together, then here short circuit will take place and it will maintain the electrical neutrality. If the Zn plus 2 ion concentration increases, then it will tolerate the SO4 minus 2 ion, so that balance will be take place. Here copper ion concentration will decrease, it will donate the K plus ion to the solution, so that positive ion concentration will also control, so that it will maintain the electrical neutrality. So that in this way, by the oxidation, it is going to produce the electron, and those electron it will gain by the cathode and its reduction will take place. Because of the spontaneous reaction, it is going to produce the electrical energy from chemical energy. Now we are going to discuss about the difference between electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. As we know that a galvanic cell is a electrochemical cell which convert chemical energy into electrical energy, and electrolytic cell is also electrochemical cell which convert chemical energy electrical energy into chemical energy. So that a difference is, in the electrolytic cell we need the external electrical energy, but in the galvanic cell it will produces the electrical energy. That means it is a source of energy. In the electrolytic cell, electrical energy is converted into the chemical energy, but in the galvanic cell, chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. In the electrolytic cell, anode is positive, cathode is negative, but in the galvanic cell, anode is negative, cathode is positive. Here oxidation take place at anode and reduction will take place at cathode. The same reaction will also take place here in the galvanic cell. Discharge of ions occurs at the both electrode, but here discharge of ions occurs only at cathode in the galvanic cell. Electrolytic cells reactions are non-spontaneous, but galvanic cell reactions are spontaneous. Because of that only it can produce the electrical energy continuously. Electrolytic cells are irreversible reaction, but these involve reversible reaction. Here in the electrolytic cell, flow of electron is from anode to cathode, but in the galvanic cell, flow of electrons from anode to cathode will take place. In the electrons leave the cell at anode and enter the cell at cathode. In this, electrons leave the at anode and enters at the cathode, same will take place. In this way, electrolytic cell is different from the galvanic cell. Generally, the electrolytic cell will produces the chemical energy by utilizing electrical energy, whereas galvanic cell produces the electrical energy by utilizing chemical energy. Next we are going to discuss about the concentration cell. Concentration cell is a type of galvanic cell where electrolyte concentration cell is an electrochemical cell in which the electrode material and the solution in the both electrodes are composed of same substance, but only the concentration of two solutions are different. That means here both the in the concentration cell both the electrodes are identical, but and both the solutions are also identical, Only one thing is different is that they are having different concentration. That means identical electrode is dipped in same solution of different concentration. Here two electrodes are identical, anode as well as cathode electrodes are identical, but and electrolyte solution is also identical, but the concentration of the solution is different. Here electrode M is identical in the both half cell, but here solution is also identical, but the concentration of the both the solution is different. This is called concentration cell. In the concentration cell, electrodes are identical, but the solution is different. That's why a concentration cell is an electrochemical cell which consists of two identical electrodes immersed in same electrolytic solution of different concentration. Here, electrical energy in this cell arises from transfer of substance from solution of higher concentration solution at lower concentration solution. Here, here the solution having the lower concentration, that side it will act as anode, and the metal which is dipped at higher concentration solution, that will act as cathode. Here the electrode dipped in dilute solution C1 act as an anode, and the electrode dipped in highly concentrated solution C2 will act as cathode. It is because of metal is deposited from the concentrated solution C2 in which osmotic pressure is higher. In the higher concentration, osmotic pressure will be the higher. Because of that, this side will lower concentration will act as anode, and the higher concentration will act as cathode. For example, in this diagram, here copper electrode is dipped in copper sulfate solution. Both side electrode is common and electrolyte is also common, but only thing is that in this 0.1 molar copper sulfate solution is there, and here 1 molar copper sulfate solution here. Here higher concentration will act as cathode side and lower concentration side will act as anode side, so that at the anode side copper will undergo oxidation, so that copper metal will enters into solution in the form of copper ion due to the oxidation. So that copper ion will enter into the 0.1 molar solution and it will release the 2 electron, and these electron transfer into external circuit and they will reaches the at cathode. At the cathode is dipped in higher concentrated solution where copper ion concentration is more, so that copper ion will accept the electron and it will deposited here. After some time you can cleanly observe that at the anode side copper metal strength is reduced and ion concentration is in the solution is increased. At cathode side ion concentration in the solution is decreased and the electrode size is increased due to the reduction. Copper ion is converted into copper and it is deposited here, and the overall reaction is copper ion will enters into the 1 normal solution and copper ion enter here 0.1 solution here. That means at the anode here lower concentration is there, because of that anode will undergo oxidation. At the final its concentration will be the increased due to oxidation of metal. Because of this here more and more metal is converted into metal ion, that means copper is converted into copper ion and that will enter into the solution. Hence the after some times copper anodic concentration here increase due to oxidation is taking place here. But at the cathode side here whatever the electron obtained from the oxidation of anode, this copper ions will accept the electron and they will get reduced into copper, so that here at the final stage copper ion concentration is reduced in the solution at cathodic side and the metal concentration will be the increased. In this way, by using the concentration we are going to produce the electrical energy. That's why it is a concentration cell. It is also one type of galvanic cell. Now EMF of concentration cell is E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. That means E cathode, the potential developed by the cathode, minus E anode means potential developed by the anode. By the Nernst equation we confirm that E cathode is given by E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N into log of C2. That means molar concentration of metal ion at cathodic side. minus E anode is given by Nernst equation E naught plus 0.0591 divided by N into log of C1 concentration. That means metal ion concentration is at anode side. Here E naught will get cancels here because same identical electrode we are going to use. Because of that, standard reduction of potential of electrode is same. Because of that, E naught and both side E naught will get cancelled. Then the equation will becomes E cell equal to 0.0591 divided by N into log of C2 minus log C1. Therefore, final EMF equation for the concentration cell is, that is E cell equal to 0.0591 divided by N into log 10 C2 divided by C1, or E cell is equal to 2.303 into RT divided by NF into log of C2 divided by C1. This first equation is at standard conditions, that at 25 degrees Celsius, but second equation is general equation, that is E cell equal to 2.303 RT divided by NF into log of C2 divided by C1, that is molar concentration of cathode ion divided by molar concentration of anode ion.